Do you feel you're in the dark? Your sun is rising.
Okay, girlfriends, what we are going to talk about today is the mind. Yes, your mind. Now, my very first question for you is, are you your mind? And I'm going to tell you the answer right now, and then I'm going to prove it to you. You are not, totally categorically, you are not your mind. Now, here's the proof. What I would like you to do is think of a time when you royally screwed up. I mean, you totally blew it. Everybody was laughing at you. You were completely embarrassed. You remember it? Yeah, I can see it on your face. Yes, you remember it. Now, what I want you to do is take a look, and I'm going to ask you, how do you feel right now? Like crap, right? Because you're thinking about the time that you screwed up. Excellent. At the same moment, how is your mind feeling? Now, when I say your mind, I'm talking about that other voice. You know, that voice that's back here in the back of your head. The one that says, you screwed up. I told you not to go to that party. Everybody was laughing at you. You paid for that for months. Oh my, right? You know that voice. How's that voice feeling right now? It's happy. It's vindicated. It's justified. Again, it proved to you that it was right and you were wrong. Well, wait a minute. It? You? Huh? Wait a minute. That would imply that you're not your mind. How could you possibly be both upset and feeling wonderful and vindicated if you weren't separate things? And you're not your mind. So now what we're going to do is look at what the mind is a part of. And what the mind is a part of is a computer, just like your Mac computer or Windows computer. And there are three parts we're going to talk about. The first part is the brain. Now that's that physical organ that's inside the skull and blood flows through it and neurons fire and all of that. And I'm going to liken that to the hardware. See, that's the actual machine of your computer. The mind is the operating system. The mind is responsible for processing every request that you give it, every command you tell it to do. The mind decides how it will process that command. And at the same time, the mind is also running all of the background tasks that are necessary to keep you going and create your reality. Now, there's a third player in the computer analogy, and that's the operator. The person who comes over and types on the keyboard, gives the commands to the computer, and experiences the results. That's you. You are the choice maker. You are the experience feeler. Now, when you give a command to your computer, the operating system, the mind, goes off, finds the right program to run, and runs the program for you. Just like your mind. When you experience something in your life, your mind runs to the filing system, your memories, your belief systems, pulls out a program and starts playing that program. In fact, you're playing programs all the time. All the time. Now, my question for you is, what programs are you playing? Are you playing programs that serve you, that give you an experience in life that is exactly what you want? Or are you playing programs that give you a crappy life, that give you events that you don't want in your experience? When a computer programmer wants to change the programs in the computer, what they do is they pull out a bunch of tools and they start writing code and write new code and place it into the file system so that when the operating system goes to that file to play that program because it was told to, then it plays the new code instead of the old code. And very similar with your mind. We can write new code, new programming. There are tools and techniques for doing that, such as affirmations, emotional freedom technique, which I teach, hypnosis, which I do, an amazingly powerful technique for reprogramming your mind with programs that you want. Another tool that you can use is to tell yourself a 100% true and supportive story. And in my 12-week mentorship program, we will cover that story in detail. We talked about stories last week, by the way. We will cover a supportive story for you in complete detail. Use the tools to write the programs that you want in your mind. And in 12 weeks, you will be experiencing a new reality.